Recording. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful morning. Um, yes, yes, beautiful. So today we're talking about using AI to create manuals and guides for customer loyalty. Now, Miss Sandra said that the issue that she's having now, the customer complaints that she has received is, being able to have a platform or a website where her consumers can go to discuss the book, because she has a challenge coming out. She has a book coming out to be able to discuss that. And we're going to use Chat GPT to walk through how we can create a book or an ebook or any type of literature that can help Miss Sandra, but not only help her, help others as well. So not only will you be able to help your consumers, but you're also going to assist someone else who's having this issue. So that way they can move past it as you and not have the same consumer issues that you have. So we're going to start off with ChatGPT. The first thing I put into ChatGPT was what is my issue? I don't have a website, so how do I create a marketplace for my consumers to be able to discuss my book? And ChatGPT gave us seven steps or 7 things that we can do to be able to do that. Now, this is absolutely wonderful, and I'll go through those. So it says to create a marketplace for consumers to discuss your book without having a website, you can utilize existing online platforms and social media channels. Here's a concise step-by-step approach. And they gave me 7 steps. You choose a platform, you set up your presence, you engage with your audience, you moderate and encourage community guidelines, you organize events and contests, you leverage existing groups, and you can do cross-promotion. Well, this is going to be something that others are going to, this is wonderful. I know that there are several people who have the same struggle. So that I can help others who are struggling with the same concept, please put this in a book outline form so that I can educate others on how to create a marketplace if they don't have a website for their consumers to go to. And here it is. Creating a marketplace without a website. A guide for authors.
Come on. Not the introduction, everything.
And it really is that easy. That again, it depends on your mindset when it comes to using artificial intelligence. Now, this is just one example. Look, it even gave me the conclusion. So now, not only does Ms. Sandra have a way to have that marketplace so our consumers can discuss the book, discuss the challenge and things of that nature. Now she has, which can possibly be an ebook or a regular book that she can, or even a workbook, because she can turn this into a workbook. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, this is awesome. Can you also give me an outline for a workbook that includes, actually, no, I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna keep this one right here for now. Can you also give me an outline for a workbook for this book as well, so that consumers can follow along and have places to write notes?
Tiana,
Mhm.
you know, what's really great about that, and one other thing she can add is once you get that outline, I literally go to every single section, point by point, and ask it to either elaborate or ask it a very specific question. So it can enlarge that section so that the section can grow. So there's a lot of good information. I mean, you might ask for a definition, you might ask for some steps, you may ask, it's just depending on what that was. Of course, I can't see it, but just any kind of questions for every single section and every single point within it. And there's more data. And a lot of times when you do that, then another question comes up or you think about. So it can go on for quite a while, depending on what you're trying to do.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Miss Adonia. Thank you very much. And then look, y'all, here's the Creating a Marketplace Without a Website workbook. Introduction, brief overview of the book's purpose and content, the importance of having a workbook to provide practical guidance, and note-taking space for readers. And then what Ms. Adonia was just saying was, I can take this right here, this one dot. But look, it gives you a worksheet for them to do, comparing platform options based on specific needs and goals. So my workbook has worksheets in it. And now look, brief to give an example of what Ms. Adonia was just saying. Can you please expound on, expound on this based on the information listed above.
She could even say like, what it said something about give them a place to write down whatever. In that section, she could ask, what 5 things, 6 things, 7 things should they be looking for? You know, what features or something like that, that can add to what they can put on those lines. Sometimes people need a little prompting in order to fill out that section.
Exactly. Exactly. And this actually expounded on the workbook itself, which is even better because now I have a fuller workbook. Look, if this one up here says include criteria such as use, target audience, community size. This is comparing platform options. And setting up your presence, provide step-by-step instructions supported by screenshots or illustrations for creating an account, dedicated page. Look, so I'm gonna use this one right here. Dedicated page on Instagram. It won't be able to provide you screenshots. You can do that part, but because it's telling you, hey, I won't be able to do that. But look at this. Creating an account or dedicated page on Instagram. Download the Instagram app, and you can take this, you can copy everything that's coming out, and now that goes into this whole section. It's up here.
Chapter 2.
Thank you, Grace. There it is. Provide step by step. So you copy and paste, and that's your whole section right there.
That is good.
And now I have 5 steps and then details for chapter 2.
But Dee Marie, where would I get the illustrations from for the step-by-step process? You better get your
Well, because because ChatGPT is saying, hey, I can't provide screenshots or illustrations directly. However, when you are setting up your page, your page, you take those screenshots so you can put them inside of the page as you go for each step-by-step process. Thank you, Grace. That was a wonderful question.
Got it. So as I'm setting it up, take the whatever picture I have or whatever picture I want, like the point out Infinite More from Mid Journey, and put it up there, right? Insert that, and then go from there. And you said it's on Instagram.
I can't hear you, Miss Andrew. You sound muffled.
But share your screen again, Dee. I think I know what she's talking about. She's asking, taking screenshots of what she's doing, and I heard her say put them in Midjourney. So the first one, Ms. Sandra says download the Instagram app. So what you would do is go to Instagram, take a picture of, whether that's the site or where you, if you're on your phone, take a picture of that and then put it in. That's what I know. I think that's what Deanna was saying.
No, that's exactly what I was
Okay.
saying. It did like every step that you're in. So you would click sign up and you would take a picture of that page. You wouldn't put in your email or anything like that, but you would take a picture of that screen so they can know what it looks like when they go to do it. Because you're gonna have some people who are gonna be setting stuff up and have no type of social media, anything.
A lot of people are visual learners.
Right. And so you're helping them with the learning curve of being a visual learner.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Can-
you're so very welcome.
Can you send those, 'cause, yeah, I'm at work, I'm just,
Yes,
I'm hiding
ma'am.
out right now.
No, we got you. Here is the book. Okay, before I do that, let's do this real quick as well. So let's say I'm extremely happy with the outline for the book, and then I'm extremely happy with the outline for the workbook. But I'm not too happy with these titles. I'm not too happy with these titles. So what
You
I'm
know
going
what, Deanna?
to do.
The brain.
So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, hey, all of this is absolutely wonderful. Thank you let me not do that, so much. Can you give me 5 suggestions for a topic for both of these books? And it's going to give you suggested topics. Creating a marketplace. Oh, this is for the first book. This is book 1, Creating a Marketplace Without a Website, a guide for authors. And here are 5 suggestions. Harnessing the power of social media, building a book community online. From engagement to sales, effective marketing tactics for authors. Navigating online book communities, a roadmap for authors. Creating an author brand, establishing an online presence that captivates readers. And then building a thriving book discussion community, cultivating reader connections. Now, you don't have to just choose these titles. Like, you can mix and match. You can go let me see, creating an author brand, a roadmap for authors. Like, you can mix and match that way. And then look, here's a workbook. Marketplace platform selection, finding the perfect fit for your book. Content planning and strategy, maximizing engagement with your book marketplace. And then it gives you a little brief, assist authors in defining and establishing effective community guidelines for the book marketplace, providing worksheets to help develop clear and respectful guidelines tailored to their book's themes. So there's a lot that you can do when it comes to that. Now, what I'm going to do is Grace so wonderfully has sent me 3. I'm going to share my whole desktop now. Close that out. Sent me 3 reviews. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 reviews and we're going to write either a book or a workbook based on these 3 reviews. Now, before I do that, we are on not open communication, but y'all know what I mean. So who has any thoughts, any ideas? Who has any questions? Thank you, Grace. Yes, thank you. Who has any thoughts, ideas, questions?
First of all, thank you.
You're
Cause
very
like,
welcome.
I was like stuck. There's no shame in my game because I know that I am healing forward.
Mm.
And that's big for me. And I know that there are people that are like me that have no clue what, where, how, when, all of that to do. So what y'all just did for me is so amazing because I was stuck and I am learning and now actively doing what I need to do to be dug out of that stuck mode. And that is opening my mouth and say, okay, I need help here. Yeah, thank you.
And there you go. You're very welcome. Glad we could be of some assistance. I'm glad we could.
Deanna,
Yes, sir.
I was wondering, would it make any difference? You said topics at one time, and then you said titles another time. So I wonder if there would be a difference if you give me the topics and then give me titles.
You know what? Let's go find out. Okay. No, not that one. Ah, thank you. So can you give me 5 suggestions for a topic? Can you give me 5 title, Title? Can you give me 5 suggestions for a title for both of these books? Bam. There it is. Thank you very much, Mr. Phil. Oh, wait, am I sharing my screen, y'all?
No, I can't see it.
Thank you so much. Here we go. So I went, instead of saying give me topics, I said, can you give me 5 suggestions for a title for both of these books? And there it is. Here's book 1, title suggestions. Book 2, title suggestions. The Marketplace Blueprint, workbook for author success. So make sure I copy these. So give us a note to Grace to send to Miss Sandra. All right. Now I'm going to start. Anyone else? Thank you so much, Mr. Phil. Anyone else? Ideas, suggestions? Good morning, wonderful people. Oh, come on, y'all participate with me this morning. I know we still all sleepy. It's
The only
Monday.
comment I would make is, okay, you asked for a specific number of 5. I tried not to at
Mhm.
first, to see if it gives me 8 or 10, and then I'll say, I kind of like this one, so I'll pull maybe one out and say, can you, not maneuver, but can you take this title and enhance it for me and have it? And I keep going. Sometimes I end up with 40, 50 different titles, and I take something from each one of them or several of them, and I come up with a title that I like. So you can play around with it. 5 is good. I'm not saying that was not correct, but I elaborate. 'Cause a lot of times the first hit, I don't really get what I would hope for. And so I just keep pushing it until it gives me what I want to use.
All right. No, that's wonderful because that first, sometimes you don't always just want to go with the first thing that comes to you because you may be able to there may be certain things and others that catch your attention that you want to use. And so that's what you can do. You can do that as well. So no, that was great, Miss Adonia. Thank you. All right. Anyone
Thank
else?
you, Donya.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Please ask your question again. I was
Oh, no,
dealing
I
with
was just
something.
saying if anyone, no, it's fine. Not calling, girl. I was just asking, participation. Does anyone else have any thoughts, ideas, questions, anything like that before I move to the next part?
So you knocked it out the park, Miss Sandra. Okay.
Well, now, okay, so let me close, okay, there we go. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is Grace so wonderfully sent me 3. Let me 3. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to maneuver these screens so y'all can see everything as well. Make sure I didn't close that out. Nope, I didn't. Awesome sauce. All right, now I'm gonna share my screen, guys. I know I wasn't sharing it before. Okay, it says my screen share is loading, and there it is. Okay, so now what we're going to do is Grace so wonderfully sent me 3 bad reviews, and this is about the self-cleaning bidet attachment for toilets. Wow, Grace. You found this stuff.
I just go it on Amazon and I just scroll to see, what catches my eye? Oh, here we go. Again. So, yeah.
Wow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how you can take reviews, analyze those reviews to find out what the actual issue is, and then go back and write an ebook or something about that. So I'm going to take these 3 reviews. I'm going to ask Chat GPT to analyze. No, analyze has a Y in it. That doesn't look right. Grace,
That's it. No, that's right. That's right. Yes, it has a Y. I know
Okay.
it looks weird, but that's it.
analyze these negative reviews and give me bullet points on what the issues are. And I'm going to put these 3 right here. So this is review number 3, review number 2, and review number 1. Look at that.
Wow.
Lack of response from seller after contacting them for assistance. Initial rating of 1 due to bidet only working for 1 day.
Yeah, these are all 1-star reviews.
No, you're awesome. But look, ChatGPT analyzed it for me. So I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to go through and put, okay. Based on these points, I'm gonna do a couple of different things. Can you write me a blog based on these points, analyze and write me a blog that presents the issue and then gives a suggestion for I'm looking for a word that's like fix but not fix.
Like
Resolution.
a
Solution.
Resolution. All right, here it is. Look at that. And this is a blog. This isn't the book. This is a blog. I asked it to write me a blog that analyzes what it is and gives me a resolution for each one. Do y'all see this?
This is not good. You know, I'm gonna need these prompts for the notes. Thanks.
Oh, I got you. Let's start from, here's the first one. Wait, you need the
No.
ones,
Oh, for the book.
because I'm about to do those. I'm about to do that one and I can send it all to you in one.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. So
Yes, please, twice.
gotcha. So here is this one. Let me close this out real quick. Where's my chat? Okay, stop share. Here's this one, Grace. And then here is this one. Okay. All right, now, that's just the blog. The blog gave us 3. It did 3 for us in the resolution, then it gave us a conclusion. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take all of these. I want to write a book to assist consumers when they purchase my product. This book is for them to know what issues may occur and how they can resolve these issues. Here are the points below. Please arrange these points into a book outline. Paste my points. Grace, let me copy and paste this prompt for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove review 1, review 2. I'm going to remove that because I don't want them to separate it out. And now I'm going to hit enter and let's see what Carlos gives us. A Consumer's Guide to Navigating Bidet Issues and Resolutions. Chapter 1. The introduction. Chapter 2, Installation Woes. Chapter 3, Quality Components Matter. Chapter 4, Tackling Hose and Leak Issues. So it's breaking down to me the Made in China predicament, addressing consumer frustrations with bidets manufactured in China, insights on distinguishing between high quality and low quality Chinese made bidets, alternative sourcing options, and considerations for consumers. And it's still going. So it's turning each point that I had into a chapter of the book. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a book, it can just be a manual. And then now I have my conclusion.
This is good. Oh, go ahead. Hit that paste button in the chat. You didn't do that. Shit.
My apologies. Bam, there you go.
Thank you so much.
So very welcome. So very welcome. Now, I have this. I have all of these. Okay, so let's say I want to incorporate case studies so people can understand that this is not the first time this has happened. So let me help you out. So I'm going to take chapter 2. I'm going to highlight this whole thing. Copy. Can you give me a case study for this particular issue for me to put into my book? Chapter 2, Installation Woes. I'm going to ask for a case study because I want to include this case study in my chapter. Look, case study, John's bidet installation frustration.
Come on, case study.
Common installation difficulties encountered by John. Incompatible plumbing, unclear instructions, limited tools. Here's a step-by-step guide to simplify the installation process. Look at that. So now if someone purchased this bidet, look, tips for troubleshooting installation problems. Now, I'm going to tell y'all why it's giving me all of that, because I asked for a case study for the whole chapter, but now it's also breaking down each section for me too. So not only do I have my case study, common installation difficulties encountered by John, common installation difficulties. Then here's a step-by-step guide to simplify the process, tips for troubleshooting. And then it closes out by sharing John's experience, providing a step-by-step installation guide, and offering troubleshooting tips. Consumers can approach bidet installation with confidence and overcome common challenges. Remember, thorough preparation, careful following of instructions, and timely troubleshooting can result in a successful and hassle-free bidet installation experience. So that's how you and this
Can you give us that prompt, that last prompt again?
yes, ma'am. Thank you for reminding
Thank you.
Grace. Remind me, right? Da, 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 bam. Okay, here you go, Grace. Okay, so I'll ask a question, Deanna. So why is this important? You're going to have, every time you move forward, something's going to happen. Someone's going to have an issue. And while correcting the issue, address the issue as well. So if this is something that's a constant issue, if this is something that's always happening, then you may need to rethink your product. But if this is something that's popped up maybe 1 or 2 times, okay, well, this is an issue that's popped up 1 or 2 times. Let us get ahead of it by informing everyone. So let's do an ebook. Every time they purchase it, they go to the website and they download an ebook so they can understand all these things while we're in the process of fixing the issue. You always want to make sure that you correct the issue that the consumer is having, at the same time, while letting other consumers who may not have said anything but have had the same issue, give them a resolution, give them a solution. Well, Deanna, what does this have to do with customer loyalty? How many of you have purchased have purchased a product and had issues with it and had nowhere to really go, not even a Google search or even an online, online FAQ for that product so you can figure it out? I've had a couple of products like that before, and I was kind of like, so what am I supposed to do with this now? Like, I want the product, but I also want it to work for me. I don't feel like sending it back. I want it to work. I purchased it because I want it to work. So if I could go online to their site, or if when they shipped me that particular product, some of them come in like little books that are like about this big, just about this big. And you can go to, and it has some little sections in there. You can go in and be like, oh, okay. Well, that's how that works. Right. That's the importance of this when it comes to customer loyalty, customer relations, and writing books. Like, all books are not just fiction or nonfiction. They're instructional, they're educational. And what you're doing is you're using artificial intelligence for the instructional aspect of it. So you can maintain, build, and get more customer loyalty.
Okay,
Right,
because I do not like company. I was looking at a company the other day. I forgot what the product was, but I said, okay, let me see what the customer service information is. I do not like when they do not have a phone number, but they only have their email. I'd be a little suspect. Say, hold on. I can't get a contact. I can't call you. What's going on?
because they'd have like 30,000 phone calls. And they're not trying to do all that. They can filter through them emails easier than they can filter through those phone calls.
Okay, you made
But
it make sense.
if they had something that you could read and go over with maybe some visuals, or even you can even take this, what I just did, and ask, okay, let me hold on, because my brain just did something. Thank you, Grace. Okay, right here. So let's start off with, let's take all of this. Let's do this case study. Installation frustration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, okay, this is awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm about to merge a couple of different, I'm going to show you how to use this to make a video. This is awesome. Can you use this to write a YouTube video script for me so that I can also post this on my YouTube channel, or that's not how you spell channel, for my product. And then I'm going to paste everything from above, and let's see what Carlos gives us. Because look at that. Today we have an interesting case study for you. Meet John, a recent buyer who faced some installation frustrations with his new bidet. But don't worry, we're here to help. John was excited about enhancing his bathroom experience with a bidet, but things didn't go so smoothly. And now I have a script where I can go to InVideo,
That is cool.
put the script into InVideo. Now I have a video for this particular issue, and now I can upload it to YouTube. So not only do I have a book that my customers can receive, but then I took a section of that book and I asked ChatGPT to write me a YouTube video script for it. And now I can go into InVideo and put that script together. And hold on, Grace, I will get you this prompt as well.
Thank you so much.
I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning, Grace. And so now for my visual learners, I now have a video to walk them through the issue.
I feel like, ooh, singing the song.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Man, y'all better wake up. This is good. Come on. I know it's Monday, but come on.
It's very,
Come on,
very
get up.
good.
People
Yeah.
don't like talking about
Yeah.
bidets and booties and all that.
Nobody
See,
said nothing
so-
about the booty. Nobody said nothing about the booty. Okay.
Yeah, well,
We just hey.
Nobody but the come out and say booty
So fresh and so
on the
clean.
bidet.
So fresh and so clean. So someone give me someone give me an issue that you're facing with your consumers right now, and let's see what we can come up with. Customers
I
consume.
got fed, y'all. I just want to say that I got fed, and I know y'all felt that. So if I'm at work, ducking and hiding and doing and whatnot, I know y'all. Come on, man. I'm be quiet. I'm be quiet. Sandra, look at this thing. I'm be quiet.
You know what? Thank you, Miss Andrew. You just helped me with something, Miss Adonia. I'm finna roll into your area of expertise. We're gonna do it this way. Okay. I have a company. And before I even get started with this company, I need to make sure that my human resources is on point. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, can you give me the top 10 human resource issues that Fortune 500 companies deal with on a daily basis? Bam. All right, here we go. Talent acquisition and retention, diversity and inclusion, employee engagement, performance management, leadership development, change management, compliance with laws and regulations, employee well-being and work-life balance, technology and HR systems, employee training and development. Man, that's what you gotta deal with, Miss Adonia? Ooh, bless your soul.
Yeah, counseling, mentoring, babysitting, all that stuff.
Yep, right here. Identifying nurturing future leaders through training, mentorship.
She sound like she a teacher.
She is. She is.
That's the same stuff teachers gotta
I'm
do.
the romper room teacher. You know, you got to put them on timeout sometimes.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Wow. So look, we have, oh, Miss Adonia. It's like it's like being in school for grown people.
That is exactly what it is.
Like you're the counselor for the adults that don't act like adults. Well, none of us act like
Parent
adults.
counsel. Yeah, she the counselor, the parent, the social worker, the police officer, all of that. Mhm.
All of that.
She's a teacher.
Bless it. Now, and I want everyone, because this, okay. You have a business. You know what the niche in your business, you know what your niche is. You can go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT what I just did. And what this can do is you can take this information and use it to do your employee handbook. You can take it and turn it into a book to help other small businesses. Then you can take that same thing and make it into videos, instructional videos, and you can do a course, or you can just upload it just for content. So it's not just about using ChatGPT for books or anything like that. It's setting you up to win in many different ways. Go ahead, Grace.
Wait, can you share your screen one more time?
I sure can.
Wait, name an industry for me, D. Marie.
Let's do. I'm trying to think, Grace.
Or anybody.
E-commerce.
Okay,
E-commerce.
so would the prompt be, can you give me the top 10 HR issues that e-commerce companies deal with on a daily basis? Is
There
that
you
what you're
go.
saying? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Put that prompt right there in the chat for me, so I can put that in the notes. And I'm gonna just put your industry where it says Fortune 500 something.
Gotcha. Come on, Grace. Work it
Thank
out.
you.
Thank you. Now I'm gonna share my screen again. And look, this is where we are. These are the top 10 issues. Well, it says, while the specific HR issues faced by Fortune 500 companies can vary, here are 10 common challenges they often encounter on a daily basis. And there you go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, using these 10 issues that Fortune 500 companies face on a daily basis, give me a book outline and give me suggested titles for this book. We're going to go along the lines of what Miss Adonia was saying earlier. She doesn't give it a specific number. She lets Carlos, ChatGPT, do it for her. And she just asks for suggested title. So bam, here we go.
Don't put that in the chat.
Look, navigating HR challenges in Fortune 500 companies. I got you, Grace. Talent acquisition. Look at that. Performance management. Leadership development. Succession planning for long-term organizational sustainability. Now, do you know, if you write this book, and as Antonia always tells us, you do it with excellence, you are giving small businesses a leg up, because now they know 10 of the most common things that Fortune 500 companies face on a regular basis when it comes to their company. Now they'll be able to go through there and build the foundation of their businesses based on this. And look, it gave us 10 titles: thriving through HR challenges, unlocking human capital, navigating HR issues in Fortune 500 companies, building an empowered workforce, HR success blueprint, beyond HR basics, mastering HR challenges in Fortune 500 companies. And you can flip around the titles. There's that prompt, Grace. You can flip around those titles to match what you want, or you can ask to give you some more suggested titles. So when it comes to your customer loyalty, we don't have to just write books about this. And then, we can write books based on what the customers are saying their issues are. And now with this, in your niche, you can ask ChatGPT, what are the biggest issues that are faced in my niche? Like, what are the biggest customer issues faced? Look, I'll do one more. Can you give me, I'm gonna copy this. We're gonna go here. Can you give me the top 10 customer relation issues? Relations issues that, look at this, self-help companies deal with on a daily basis. Look at that. Oh, certainly. Oh, you just gonna throw that out there. It took a second with the Fortune 500s. But look, here are the top 10 customer relations issues that self-help companies commonly deal with on a daily basis. Look at that. So now guess what I can do? I can create a book. I can create videos. I can do, when someone first purchases a product, when they purchase the product, if it's digital, they get that product along with a list of, issues that they need to cover. This goes into the manual that I give. This goes into the employee handbook, or during my training, when I'm training my new employees who are also customers. This is what I give them: product and service inquiries. Customers often have questions about self-help products and services, including their features, benefits, and usage. So if I have someone out there who wants to become a professional speaker, or they want to become a life coach or anything like that, I now have a book for them to read so they don't make the same mistakes that all majority self-help companies make. And now I'm helping them get a leg up. And at the same time, when building my own company, I can do this and use this as a guideline for myself. And then as I go through this, I can write this book and then write in what I did to counter these issues to help someone else. But what, no, go ahead.
So, okay, you know how the first prompt you asked, what word could you give the top 10 human resource issues? And then the next one you said customer relations. So should I keep the human resource and then
Yes.
get another prompt? Okay.
Yes, because it can be used for anything. It can be used for human resources. It can be used for customer relations. We're just focusing on customer relations right now, but it can be used for anything. Anything that helps you make it better for your customers. Because that customer loyalty, without customers, you have no business. And without customers, you have no money. So if you, when it's as how do you say it, Grace? It's a double blessing?
Two-way blessing.
A two-way blessing. Because not only are you blessing yourself when it comes to your customer loyalty, but now you're blessing other businesses when it comes to their customer loyalty. You can do this just to study for yourself, or you can use it as content. As you're preparing whatever it is that you're doing that's absolutely magnificent, you can do live videos. Hey, let me tell y'all, let me help you guys out. Here's an issue that is common within my niche. And if it's common within my niche, I'm sure it's probably common within your niche as well. See, now I have a live video for content. Here's the issue. Let me work with you through this issue so we can all not have the same issues that these big companies have. Let's build our foundation based on our customer loyalty. And then so we can have a solid customer loyalty foundation. And then when you feel that way when you go about that route yourself, your employees, your first customers are going to pick up on that energy. And you're only going to attract to yourself those who feel the same way about you. So this isn't about just writing a book. This is about building the customer loyalty foundation for your company and also creating an income producing asset. Because if it's a book that you're selling to other businesses, there you go. If it helps bring more viewers to your YouTube page, you can eventually monetize that based on the views. There you go. You can even use it as a podcast episode. You can have a whole section. You can have a mini series called whatever you want to call it, customer loyalty, or how do I get my customers to stay with me? Like, you can do something as simple as that. And for each point, you have 10, there's 10 points. Now you have 10 episodes, and that's it. That's all you need. And you don't even have to do it. If you have Descript and you did the voiceover, you can take the script, stick it into Descript, and now you have your podcast episode. But there is some work that you have to do. But if you notice, artificial intelligence knocked out a whole lot of that for me. I didn't have to go on Google and do the research. I didn't have to go on the websites and do the research on how they fix things. I just asked Grace to give me 3 negative reviews. That was it. I didn't have to dig into these reviews. I didn't have to purchase the product for myself and find this out. And you all can do the same thing. I challenge each of you to take your niche, what you do. Go into Carlos and use these prompts and see what comes from that. And then be creative with what you do after that. Chef Jay is a chef. I'm sure in her niche, she has come across a whole lot of issues. Because when you deal with people and foods, for some reason, people get ignorant at times. My grandfather owned a catering company. When I promise you, I will never stand behind a table to serve anybody food again. Not even my own family. Let me tell you something. I love them all. But no, you can't get an extra thigh. Ain't nobody else got their food yet. No, we're not doing it. What do you mean your food is cold? It came from the stove to here. I had to drive 4 hours to get to you. You didn't even give me a chance to put it into the warmer so I can warm it up so it can be hot. It's not gonna be 5 minutes in the microwave hot for you. It's gonna be from the stove to the thing I put it in to keep it warm to your stuff. I gotta put it in the warmer. It's not gonna be microwave hot. Y'all know what 5 minutes in microwave hot is. That's like boiling. Trust me, I done felt the heat. It hurts, okay? Chef Jay can go into ChatGPT and say, can you give me the top 10 customer relations issues chefs, not caterers, but chefs deal with? Then she can go back and do one for caterers. And now she has niched down into her own niche into 2 different ones, catering and being a chef. And she will have cooks, people who starting off in their kitchens, selling plates, out the back of the church, reading these books and be like, okay, that's the issue. Okay, this is the issue that people face. Okay, this is the issue. Okay, so, and now they have a leg up on how they can combat these things. So it's more than just a book. It's helping you make sure that when it comes to customer loyalty, you're on point. Your foundation is solid. Before you even start before your brand is on every single continent, Uncle Romy Rome, you went through this process. You was like, so because what we not gonna do is have this issue. So ChatGPT, this is what I do. Give me the top 10 customer issues in this area. Okay, these are top 10. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do to combat these. Let me help some other people out. Now, Uncle Romy Rome has an ebook to help people. He's gone live. His followers have skyrocketed. He is now the expert in his field. Because he's not only helping businesses, but his customer retention and his customer loyalty is through the roof. Because he started at the foundation. And even if you're not starting at the foundation, you can use this, go through it for yourself first. Write the book for yourself. One of the greatest things Antonio taught me when he was writing, he said he writes books that he wants to read. And when he said that to me, I was like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. Because I'm not going to, why would I write something I wouldn't read myself? It takes the fun out of it. Then there's no excellence in it. There's no enjoyment in writing that book. So now when you're doing this, write the book that you would want to read to build your business. And you'll have others buying that same book to build theirs. And now you're the expert. They're going to go to Uncle Romy Rome when he has to deal, when they come to the point where they're dealing with these teenage kids and the government got their hands all wrapped up with yellow tape, red tape, blue tape, black tape, white tape, whatever color tape they want. And they go to Uncle Romy Rome's book and go like, well, let me see. Mr. Red said, he said to do this because this is what he had to do. And then they're going to follow this process and it's going to get them through all that tape. They're going to be like, man, if I would have just did this in the beginning, I wouldn't have had this issue. And then they go read the rest of the book.
Oh, okay. I have a question.
Go for it.
Playing devil's advocate here. Okay, so yes, you write a book that you would want to read, but you remember how Antonio say, hey, don't be building a business that you want. You got to build a business that your customers want. What's the difference?
Oh, there's a big difference because you're writing a book that you want to read based on the issues that your customers are facing.
Thank you so much. Said to get your alley oop there.
Very welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
On your toes, on your tippy toe.
Do not think about it. Yes, you're writing a book that you want to read, but it's helping you with your customer relations, your customer loyalty. Because you're not gonna, the only reason you're writing the book for customers, you're writing it for customers to help customers. You're writing it for others just like you to help them, and then you're writing it for yourself.
That was
Way
almost
blessed.
like good cop, bad cop in the book zone.
There you go.
My.
There you go. Does anyone have any questions, any comments, any concerns, or you just want to get something off your chest? Let's go for it.
It's been really good. Thank you, T. Marie.
Oh, you're very welcome. Glad I could assist. Did this help anyone else?
It's definitely helping me. I have another question. So I'm having a launch thing. I know it's starting next month, right? So if I'm having a problem with doing the app for that whole, um, how do you say, it? For the whole healing and love thing that goes with my book to help people understand that. What can I do, or is there another app that can help me to, I don't know, walk through it easier? Because I keep getting stuck with how to build the app.
On how to build the app. Okay. Miss Sandra, I love you. I love you so much. That particular question is a little above my pay grade. app app building is not in my ministry. I'm working on it bit by bit, a little bit. But when it comes to building your app, ooh, that's an Antonio question. So this is what I'm gonna do for you, Miss Sandra. I'm going to message him, and then I will or Grace May, we will like either call you or email you some details. I don't know yet.
Yeah. So, Miss Sandra, what you can do, either send me or send Deanna your question that you just asked. Send it to us, send it to me a messenger, because I don't want, I tell people all the time, I don't want to leave nothing out or add nothing in that you didn't say. Send that to me, so I can send that to either D or she'll tell me to send it to Antonio.
Thank
So yes, ma'am.
I want to get your answer for you. Right now I'm learning how to build video games. There was a point in time Antonio taught us how to do apps, but I'm gonna let you know now that information did not retain.
It did not.
It didn't retain.
So y'all do understand what I go through on a regular.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
On so
fine.
many levels.
It's not on purpose. It's not on
It's not.
purpose.
It's just you looking at stuff and you like, what is this? Like, I don't understand. What is that? Is that a little squiggly? Like, where do I find that on my keyboard?
Right. I appreciate that, like for real, because I be feeling so literally out of water, and I know that I used to be able to retain this stuff. So I'm having a big problem with doing it, and trying to move forward. But one of the things
Yeah.
that I have learned and have gotten is that it doesn't matter. Sandra, keep moving. Just move forward. You're healing. It's okay. Just go forward. So yeah, my saying thank you is never going to change. My being grateful to y'all is never going to change. And I'm always going to say that, because regardless of what happens, you have to be able to know that. That's one thing that sticks in me, is that I truly am grateful, because I would be totally lost. I would not be moving. I would settle. My sabotager would be saying, "Yay! She's doing nothing." That's exactly what we want her to do, and that's not how I want to do. So yeah, thank you.
No, you're welcome.
And I will wait for the answer. And yeah,
No, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Because again, no retention. Now, if I go look at it, I may remember like one or two things, but to fully understand, no. So we gonna get that answer for you, Miss Sandra, because Grace and I understand your struggle with that. Trust me, building these video games, I look at stuff and I'm like, okay, I'm slowly starting to understand now. Like in certain areas, like this whole patch of stuff right here goes to this, and then this whole patch of stuff right here goes to this. And if it turns red, that means something's wrong. But as long as it's, the regular colors, I'm good. That's why mine has to be color coded. Antonio's don't have to be color coded. I need colors. I need you to colorfully tell me, stop. That's wrong. Don't do that. Do not press go. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail, because this ain't working. But no, we do understand, Miss Sandra. You not alone. The dumbest I feel is when I'm working on the video games, and I'm doing two, because Mr. Donald Mitchell wants a game too. I think it-
Appreciate it.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Does anyone else have any questions, comments, concerns, or just something to get, something to get, or just anything you want to get off your chest?
Be shy, y'all. Well, before you shut it down, Mr. Phil, can you tell us what we're talking about today at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific?
Well, we're talking about the politics of love. We're going to be starting on reclaiming your revolutionary spirit. And then, Grace, I sent you a video that she did last week on the 21st century economics thing. If you could get that out when you make the announcement for tonight, include that in there. It's her. It's about 40 minutes of her talking about where she is in terms of the economy and restructuring what we're trying to do. And I just think it's just valuable material.
Thank you so much, Mr. Phil.
Thank you.
Very welcome. And then y'all at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we've got the Human Consultant Show, aka Wins and Challenges. We celebrate each other's wins and then help each other with our challenges so that they can become wins the next week. So come on and join us for that too.
All right. So does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, something just to get off your chest, you know? Does anybody, you know, that was BS Deanna, do it another day or anything? I mean, everybody's so quiet this morning. I know it's Monday, y'all. Trust me, I understand. It's Monday. It's Monday.
I want to say this real quick to Uncle Rum. So I wanted you to know that I wasn't trying to be funny when I jumped in and talking about it. But I do want you to know that that's what uncles do. Yeah, you can't go to that party because what they're gonna be doing is talk about butts and whatnot. No, you're not going. That's what uncles they jump right in and say, no, nope, can't go.
Thank you very much, Miss Sandra. All right. Well, everything will be up on Facebook and YouTube, so you can go back and watch and on the podcast, so you can take notes. I would love to hear tomorrow morning what some of you have come up with. If you have time, so I do understand, you know, life happens, but I would love to hear, you know, what you guys came up with based on the issues that you have been facing in your niche when it comes to customer complaints, customer loyalty, anything of that nature. But I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Thank you so much. You can plan better. You can dominate. Love you all. Have a great one. We'll see you at 5:30.
Love you more.
Love you more.
Y'all have a great day. Got it, Grace. Thank you. I
Good.
remember.
Very welcome.
Appreciate you.
You're very welcome.